Hello, Peeps. How are you doing?
Hello, everybody. Hey, good
So
morning, everyone. Happy Friday, Joelle.
happy Friday, and what a beautiful morning it is as well. The sun is shining. It's is it? I don't even know. Is it warm outside? Because
It's going to
it,
be warm. It's chilly. I just went out to see my daughter who was sitting in the garden, and it's not. The sun is really bright. It's still a little
it's
chilly,
chilly.
but it's going to get out. It's going to get warm today.
Yeah,
So
I'm sure in the afternoon it will pick up. The temperatures will.
yeah, yeah, absolutely,
So yeah,
absolutely.
it's a nice day. I'm happy. It's Friday. It's the weekend, and I feel good. I feel good.
Good, awesome, positive. I like that.
So,
Uh-huh.
everybody, my name is Joelle. I'm from London and I work in the Firenze Baracca School of my English school. I live near Florence in a town called Calenzano. Okay, but
Hmm.
I'm from the UK. And you, Jane?
Um, I am a teacher at the Baracca School in Florence, and I also live a little bit outside of Florence, more in the countryside. And I have lived in Florence for about 30 years, and I'm from the United States, from New York State, and that's it. Yeah.
Okay, great. Um, Today we will be talking about geography. Any geography lovers out there? I absolutely love geography, but that's because I love traveling. So I know a
Really?
lot.
You like geography? Nice. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of students don't. So this is something I've noticed about a lot of our students. They don't really like geography, but there are a lot of Italians who love traveling. So let's see how your geography is.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you like geography, Jane?
Yeah, I do. I do. I find it fascinating.
Mm.
I really do.
Was
I find
that?
it interesting, and yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
It,
mind geography.
it was one of the subjects that I took at school actually. So yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
know
okay.
about countries and places, areas, and yeah, I think it's really interesting.
Yeah.
Do you like to watch documentaries on TV also about different areas and different countries?
All
And
the time. I
me
mean,
too. Like I love that.
usually on Sundays I watch, obviously in Italian, I watch Alle Falde del Kilimangiaro.
Oh, I love it. It's great,
Yeah.
right?
Or I watch Donna Ventura, um, or just documentaries in general about different countries and travel because I'm
Yeah.
fascinated about different
I'm
cultures.
fascinated. Yeah, me too. I
Okay.
agree with you. Great. Yeah.
So, students, please, if you've joined us, tell us your names, where you're from, and please participate in this webinar because they are so much more fun with you doing them with us. Hi,
Ah,
Francesca.
hi,
Hi.
Francesca from
Yeah.
Milan.
Thank you for joining
Oh,
and you're
thank you.
welcome. We're
That
so
was
happy
so
to be
nice.
here.
So, well, look at that.
Yeah.
For a start of a Friday.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for your
much.
time. You're welcome. It's our
We are
pleasure.
very we are very happy to be here. We have so much fun with you students in these webinars.
We do.
It's crazy. So
Yes.
please share your
Keep
comments with us.
share. We would love to know who's with us, and we love it when you write into us because then we can interact with you. So please introduce yourself. I can see we've got 7 people watching. So go ahead and tell us who you are and where you're from.
All right. So we have Massimiliano again from Milan. Okay, we have another
Hi,
Milanese
Maximiliana. And
and
we've got
Christina
Christina from Rome.
from
Yay.
Rome. Hi. Hi. Okay. So be careful with
We said we're going to work. Sorry, Joanne.
yeah.
Sorry.
So with Christina, I am or I'm, but not I apostrophe am. Okay. Perfect.
Okay, so in this focus activity, comparing geographic locations, superlatives, comparatives, and vocabulary.
Hmm. Okay.
Fantastic.
So can anybody tell us
Let's-
how we make the comparative of a short adjective.
Ooh.
So just
Oh, already starting out. Yeah. How do you make of a one syllable adjective?
yeah. So anybody, can you please tell us how we make the comparative of a short adjective? And also how we make the comparative of a long adjective. So write in the comment box if you know the answers. Um, Ayub, I don't know if your name is Ayub or if it's Jamil. Please tell me. Oh, there you are, Jamil. Good morning. I'm Jamil from
Ah,
Bergo. Thank you. Thank you for joining
okay.
us, Jamil.
Good
Okay.
morning, Jamil.
Hi,
Forza
Nico.
Bergamo. I have to say that
Yes.
every time.
I think we've seen
Please,
her
we're with you
before.
in spirit. We are supporting everybody from Bergamo, and we
Yeah.
love you.
Milan. Milan. Yeah.
Oh,
Venice.
hey,
Or
it's Nico from Chioggia. Hey, Nico.
I think we've seen her before. I think we've had a
Yeah, we
lesson.
have many times. Yeah,
Yeah. Nice to see you
absolutely.
again. So anybody also, if you can tell us how we make the superlative of a short adjective and a long adjective. So please, if you know the answers, write them in the chat because today we will be practicing our superlatives and our comparatives. How do we make the comparative of a short and a long adjective? And how do we make the superlative of a short and a long adjective? So please write your answers in the chat. And we also have to consider the irregular ones too.
Because
Irregular.
as you know, it's funny because we talk about the one syllable endings, and then we have this funny rule about two syllable adjectives. Because some two syllable adjectives we consider long adjectives, and some two syllable adjectives we consider short. And the
Okay.
difference is a letter.
Yes,
Mm,
exactly.
It's
So
a
the
letter.
letter, yeah,
Mm,
this letter. Okay, so I'm writing here we are. This letter.
Yes, thank you, Joel. Fantastic. Okay, so if our two syllable adjective ends in Y, we're going to transform that. We're
Yeah.
going to change the Y to an I and add ER.
Okay. Yeah. So, for
Okay?
example, easy becomes
Ah,
easier.
easy. How about pretty?
Yeah.
How about pretty?
Prettier. Busy.
Busier.
Yeah.
Ugly?
Uglier. Fantastic.
So yeah,
Okay.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of them. Yeah, great. Oh, fantastic. Massimiliano, Jamil, well done.
Yes. Very good. So what about, for example, a short adjective? Nobody's come up with any yet. So if I give you, for example, long, what is the comparative
Nice.
and what is the superlative of long? Comparative and
Hmm.
superlative. And what about the comparative and superlative of beautiful? Okay.
Oh, you gave me hard one, huh? Beautiful. Three syllable, long
Yes,
adjective, huh?
Francesca, thank you.
Yes, Francesca, thank you.
So this is for a short adjective. So long,
For that.
longer. What about the superlative?
Hmm.
And remember, comparative and superlative of beautiful. Anybody? Please leave your comments. Hmm?
Um,
So remember with the superlative, we always need the word the in front of it. Okay? So long, longer, or longer than. Ah, fantastic.
All right, everybody's got it.
Then we have for the longer adjectives, we have more beautiful than and the most beautiful. Fantastic, Nicoletta, Nico.
Yeah, well done. The most people,
And
everybody's got it.
yeah, So what about the superlative of long?
Ah,
Add est. So it's the longest. All
that's
right.
right.
And then of course we have irregular ones like good. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good or bad. Okay. Right. Thank you,
Nice.
student.
Good review, everybody. Very good review. You guys did really well.
Okay.
Let's go on to the next slide. I'll do that for you.
Anybody know the superlative and the comparative of good? We have good, better, and the best. So of course these
Mhm.
doesn't follow the rules. So okay, would you like
Here we have the geography quiz,
Mhm.
right? So, where are they? So we have Lake Baikal is the deepest lake in the world, 1,637 meters deep. It holds 20% of the world's fresh water. Lake Baikal is in,
Hmm.
hmm,
So students, if you know the answer, please write it in the chat. Good, thank you. Francesca, she's written good, better, the best. Excellent.
yay,
I'll
Francesca.
I'll read the next two and let's see if our students
Okay,
can come up with any of the answers, any of the three answers.
great.
So, the widest river in the world is the Amazon River. In so here um, we don't want the country, but we want the general geographic area. Okay, where is the Amazon River? Which area? Okay, not the country. Also because the Amazon River goes through more than one country.
One country, yeah, that's true.
And the highest waterfall in the world is Angel Falls at 979 meters. It is located in, and here we need the
Hmm,
country.
the country,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, Amazonia. Nico.
No, because
Oh, Camille has got the
that's,
first one.
is it?
Got the first one.
Yep. Jamil, I think you're right.
Yes,
Very good, Jamil. Well done.
it is in Russia. Lake Baikal is in Russia. And Nicoleta says, mm, yes, of course, the Amazon River is in the Amazon forest, but what is the
The
content?
continent. What continent is it on?
The
Or
content.
in?
Hi, Raffaele.
Hey,
Hi.
Raffaele.
Nice
Good
to see
morning.
you. Nice to see you. So, number two, oh, Massimiliano thinks that Angel Falls is in Africa. Good
No, I
try.
don't think so. Good
Good
try.
try.
No, no. But
No.
we've got Jamil, who absolutely, I think, got
Oh, how good.
this.
Jamil. Jamil has got this one.
Said, yeah, yeah, I think that's right. South
Yep.
America for Amazon River. I think that's correct.
South America. Fantastic. Good. So
All
we
right,
need
let me put that in.
Angel Falls. So it's not in Africa, Massimiliano. It's in another continent. Another,
Yeah.
the same continent as the Amazon River. So we're still looking at South America. But which country in South America?
Hmm.
Have any of
Yeah.
you students seen the film, the cartoon Up? Have you seen it, Jane?
You know, I only saw part of it, and I'm dying to see the whole thing.
Oh, it's just the funniest cartoon
It's
ever.
the great. Yeah, I really need to watch the whole thing. Yeah.
But if you have seen it, that is where the little old man takes his house with the balloons.
That's where he
Okay,
goes. Angel Falls.
that's where he goes. He goes to Angel Falls, and if you see when he initially buys the ticket for him and his wife to go there,
Oh, okay.
You can see the destination written on the ticket.
Oh, okay. I'll have to watch it again. It's been a while.
Not Mexico, Massimiliano.
No.
A bit south, because Mexico is Central America. We need South America. Right. Should we put the answer up
Yeah,
there?
let's put the answer up. I think everybody's confused. I think it's in Venezuela. Yeah, Venezuela.
Yeah. Venezuela. Venezuela. Angel Falls. Oh, we've got Peru, Brazil. Around there, yeah. Venezuela, everybody.
Around. Look, we've got Mexico. Everybody gave a good try for that one. All right,
Yeah.
where are these? These are geographic locations. We have valley, river, desert, island, canyon, lake, mountains, and cliffs.
Hmm. Okay.
Hmm.
So, students, please write your answers in the chat. So you can write A, whatever you think it is. B,
Mhm.
whatever you think it is. Okay. what what are these letters? Some of them are very simple. Okay. Uh, others may not be so simple. I recognize G. I know that place. I think I've been there before. What about
Yeah.
you, Jane?
Well, let me tell you, I used to live, you see where on the left-hand side, I used to
Yeah.
live right there next to
Really?
the bridge. Yeah, for
Wow.
many years.
Okay.
Vidi Bardi. Yeah. I love Florence, Joelle.
Oh, I like Florence. I'm not gonna go as far as to say I love it, but this is because I'm biased. I love the sea, so
Yeah.
I really miss being by the sea, and I wish I could go back. Maybe when I retire, I'll go and live by the sea.
Oh, dear.
Uh, okay,
Okay,
A,
so yeah, that's
Valley.
unknown.
Victoria,
Yeah.
okay, Valley, correct. We have B, Victoria again is correct.
Mountains, yeah.
Be careful, students, with the pronunciation of this word. I cannot stress how important it is to pronounce it correctly. So it's not mo, but it's mao. Mountains. Okay. C, Victoria, correct.
Like, let me push these in for
Also,
you.
oops, sorry, the wrong one. This one, Nicoletta, I wanted to put. C, lake, and D, island. Very good, Nicoletta.
Island. Also pronunciation, island. The S is
Massimiliano.
silent.
Yes, the S is silent. Massimiliano, correct.
Okay. What?
Desert.
Okay. And when we
Then,
put another S in there, Joelle, what happens to that word if we
yeah.
put two S's in?
If we put two S's, it becomes dessert. And that is what we eat after our dinner when we have our
Yeah.
tiramisu. We have dessert. Yeah, so if you put double S,
Mhm.
dessert. One S, the desert. So
The
also
desert. Oh,
careful of the
cliffs. Huh. Cliffs.
correct.
Yeah.
Well done, Victoria. F is cliffs. G, river. Very good, Victoria again. And we have H, canyon. Good, Jamil, and good, Victoria. Very good. I also recognize H. I've been there. Have you been there?
Is it the Grand? Is it the Grand Canyon?
Yep.
When I was a child,
Ah,
I went.
I went there 5 years ago.
Oh, oh, you did you?
Yeah, yeah.
What an experience.
Amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
What other parks did you see, Joelle?
I have only this like national parks.
Uh-huh.
Just that one.
Okay.
We,
Because there's some beautiful parks in the United States and
yeah,
amazing, yeah.
I went
I
to the
really
Napa Valley, but that's not a park.
no.
Um, we
But
wanted to
that's
visit
just,
Yosemite, but we didn't have the time.
oh, Yosemite is so beautiful. I've been there. Oh,
And
yeah, I would love to
visit,
go.
I
Mm.
would love to visit the Sequoia National Park, but
I've seen it. Yes, it's beautiful.
yeah.
I would
Okay.
love to go back with my children. That's what I would
Yeah,
love.
me too.
Mm.
And talking about
So,
cliffs, does everybody understand what cliffs are? Because many students always ask me, they
yeah,
use that the picture is cliffs, but they don't really know what they are. So a cliff is the side of a mountain or side of not really a mountain.
hmm
It's like rock that goes directly into water very often, or
hmm
the side of a mountain which is vertical, like this.
a
So it's the
cliff. Yeah.
side of a vertical rock. So we have some famous cliffs in England
Oh, you
called
do? Don't.
yeah,
Yeah.
the White Cliffs of Dover. So when you're traveling
But
from
have you ever seen them, Joelle? Have you
oh,
ever seen the White Cliffs of Dover?
plenty of times. When I was
Really?
yeah, when I was a child, we used to drive over to France and Italy every summer for our holidays. And at that time, of course, the Channel Tunnel didn't exist. So we would take the ferry over from Dover to Calais. And every time we returned,
Ah,
or we took the ferry, especially returning from France to England, we have the White Cliffs of Dover right in front of us. So really, really pretty.
it's amazing, huh? Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So adjectives.
Awesome. Yeah, adjectives. So we have wide, deep, high, low, narrow, and shallow. Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay.
So we need to
So
find
let's ask.
opposites. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Joel.
So we need to find the opposites. What are their opposites? But what do they mean? So
Yeah, I mean, some of these are difficult. For
mhm.
example, shallow. What does shallow mean?
So
For
shallow
example, go
is
ahead.
we always refer we very often refer uh, to water as being shallow. So if we're talking about the sea or a lake or even a pool, a swimming pool, very often you have the pool which has the shallow end, which is for children because the water is only maybe I don't know, 50 centimeters or 1 meter deep.
Yeah. hmm
And then you have the other side of the swimming pool, which is for adults, where you cannot touch the bottom with your feet.
Ah, so it's deep
Opposite,
at the other end. Okay. All
shallow.
right.
What
Nice.
about wide? This is a word that a lot of our students have problems with. How can we describe or define wide, Jane?
Wide is going to be something that huh. Oh, let's see. Um, is something that's kind of large, but for example, um, oh, let's talk about a river. We could say a river when it's flowing, um, and you can't see the other side
Yep,
of the river, that it's wide. But
yep,
then when we can see the other side of the river, we can see it, we would say
pretty
it's
well.
narrow.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So Victoria's got them right here. She's put wide, narrow, deep, shallow, high, low. Very good.
Yeah.
Adriano, deep, shallow,
Nice.
correct. Wide, narrow, correct. Okay, good. Exactly. So wide is always this direction, opening, like this. And the opposite, narrow, is like this.
Yeah.
Instead, deep and shallow is vertical, like up and down. Yeah. Okay.
So, describing geographic features. what adjectives would you use to describe these geographic features?
Hmm.
Okay, so let's talk about a valley.
Hmm.
So, what do you all think? Do you think that we would use wide, narrow for a valley, deep, shallow, or high, low?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, hang on a minute. Here we said Nicoleta, she's from Venice area, Chioggia, I think, was it? I could say the
Yeah.
same the place or plaza or square is very
Hmm.
wide. Yes, it's true. Very good. Yes, very wide.
So, uh, we
Generally,
have
we just it's a big
here.
square. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
think we use wide when we talk about more like rivers or I
streets,
don't know, maybe even
avenues,
valleys, streets.
avenues,
Yes, streets,
boulevards.
avenues. Yes.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So what should we go ahead and just see here what we have for valley?
So I would
We're going
say
to put
wide
in,
and
okay,
narrow.
yeah, I would too.
I would say deep
Or it's
and
a deep,
shallow.
yeah.
You can, it's not normal, it's not very common, but I think you can use a high and a low valley because I know, for example, in Bolivia, there is a very famous valley and it's the highest valley in the world. It's very, very hot up there. And
Really?
yeah, there's also a city up there as well in that valley, and it's the highest city in the world too. But it's not generally used.
Okay.
Generally, it's just wide or narrow, deep or shallow. Okay.
Okay, so here we have river.
Hmm.
So we've got, I
Victoria has
think
got
definitely,
one here, deep and wide.
yeah, deep
Yeah,
and wide. Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead.
Canyon. Again,
So
Victoria.
they say deep and shallow because the water can be deep and shallow.
Yes,
So
absolutely. The canyon can be wide
canyon,
and deep. Absolutely, because canyons always go down. So that is correct. Deep. Canyons never go up. Mountains go up. Canyons go down. Lake.
okay, so lake could definitely be uh,
Nikita is correct.
deep
Deep
or shallow.
or shallow.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's the only one. I don't define a lake
Yeah.
as wide or narrow.
No, okay.
They big or small. Yeah. Mountains.
And then
This is correct,
mountain.
Nicoleta. Wide, narrow, or deep and shallow. Fantastic. Yes. Anybody for mount? Ah, here we are. She's got it here. Mountains are
Yep.
high, yes, or low. Yeah. And cliffs?
And then cliffs. I think high and low.
Yeah.
Huh?
Nikita, or Nikita, sorry, I wouldn't say a deep cliff, no, but definitely a
No.
high cliff,
High
yes.
cliff. Yeah. Oh dear God.
Are there any famous cliffs around where you're from in New York State, Jane?
We have lots of cliffs in New York State. I don't know
Uh-huh.
if there's some famous ones, but
Uh-huh. I'm
even
sorry.
near where I grew up,
Forgive me.
even where even where I grew up, there's cliffs everywhere. There's
Wow.
falls and there's cliffs, and so I mean, if you go into the countryside, yeah, you can find it.
Where? Sorry, forgive my
That's all right.
American geography because it's not that. I know like where I've been very well, but I've never been upstate like New York. Where are the Niagara Falls? Which state?
No, you need to go. You need to go west in New York State.
Where,
So
but
you're going to be
where are the Niagara Falls?
they're in New York State,
Oh, New
and
York.
they also yeah, but they also border, and part of it is in Canada and part of it
Yeah.
is in New York State.
But the falls go down a huge cliff.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So that's a famous,
absolutely.
famous cliff.
Yeah, yeah, but
Place.
wouldn't you call it a falls? No,
Yeah, they're the falls.
but
That's a famous waterfall, but they go
yeah,
down a cliff. All
yeah,
waterfalls go down
down
a
a cliff.
cliff.
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm. Okay.
Absolutely. Nice. Let's go on. Okay. Oh, describe your town.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So, in pairs. Oh, wait, I've got to pull the slide up again because it just went crazy.
Technology. What are you gonna do? Uh,
You got it back? Is it good?
yep.
Okay. So, in pairs, tell each other about your city or hometown. Use the questions below to guide you. Joelle, do you want to read number one?
Sure. How would you describe the streets in your city or hometown? Narrow or wide? So please, students, share with us the geography of your hometown. So my the streets in London are generally very wide, actually. We have
Really?
lots and lots of avenues and nice, big, wide streets. There are some narrow streets, um, but mainly they are very wide. What
Okay.
about in your hometown?
Well, in my hometown, like you, the streets are very wide. Yeah, compared to Italy, absolutely. There's no comparison. But I
Yeah,
think in most places in the United States, the streets are quite wide.
yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
What, what's the name of your town? You said? Or
Oh,
city?
it's a little tiny town outside of Syracuse, New York. It's called Manlius.
Okay. I think I've heard of
But
Syracuse.
yeah, you've heard it because of the university. But
Yeah.
I'm in the suburbs outside of Syracuse in a town called Manlius, and so it's very much a typical American suburban town.
Wow.
There you go.
That was
No,
my
really,
dream.
seriously.
No, that was my dream as a
Um,
child to live in a typical American suburban town. I thought it was so
yeah,
cool.
I mean, it's really it was very, very typical, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you have lovely green avenues in your town?
Yeah, I mean, it's all very
Tree line.
green.
Tree
Yes,
line.
I mean, typical suburbia. There you
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
The high school also looks like an American high school,
Yeah.
enormous, and so yeah, I mean, yeah, I
Francesca
guess.
Cimare says the street, not the street, but plural. The streets in my hometown, Perugia, are very narrow. Oh,
Yeah,
Perugia is gorgeous, and I love the
gorgeous
chocolate.
place. Yes, the chocolate.
Chocolate, chocolate.
We
Love
love the
it.
chocolate from Perugia. And Christina also
In
wrote
Rome, most streets are narrow and circular. Okay, not narrow. Be
circular.
careful.
Hmm.
Narrow. Maybe they're all like the streets are made in a circular way. Like they're all. I don't know.
I don't know what you mean. I mean, maybe there's a lot of roundabouts, but
I don't like. I'm thinking of Paris as well. There are lots of like if you look at Paris from above on a map, all of the arrondissements, they are like the roads.
yeah,
They're like
yeah,
hexagons,
okay.
you know. They're like
Big
hexagons.
circles.
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe she's talking about also the Grande Raccordo Anulare. Maybe that's what she's talking about.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. What about
Okay.
number two? What is its most important source of water? Is it fresh water or salt water? So I'm from London. Our most important source of water is the River Thames.
Hmm.
So obviously
Yeah.
fresh water, but London is actually considered a coastal town, even though we are not on the coast, because
Really?
yeah, because the river is affected by the tide of the sea. So at different parts of the
Ah.
day, we have a full river, and at other parts of the day, it's almost empty, and the boats are lying on the bed of the river. So,
No.
yeah. So even though we're not physically on the coast, it is considered a coastal town because the water is affected by the tide.
Oh, it's fascinating.
I
And
see. You learn something new
look
every
at
day.
Nicoletta wrote here. Yeah, I'm always fascinated by these things. Okay. So we've got Nicoletta who wrote, "My town is very similar to Venice." That's true. Chioggia is.
In the old center, there aren't streets, but
Streets,
calli.
or
Very,
there
very
aren't
narrow.
any streets, but calli, very narrow. I think maybe you
So you
can
only go through them,
by on foot, or you can go through only on foot.
not walk through them.
Okay,
Yeah, walk through them.
so that can only.
So
Oh,
you'd
are we
say,
doing the same? So was I speaking or were you speaking? I'm sorry, Joelle. Did I go out?
no, no. Yeah, sometimes you go out a little bit, but
But I thought you went out, so it was very strange. Anyways, okay, I'm back.
walk through them on foot. Here we are. This is how you write it. You can only walk through them on foot. Yeah. So if they're very narrow, I can imagine so. Uh, there are a lot of bridges and
Lots
a
of
lot of
bridges and
canals because the lagoon enters in the town. Oh, it sounds
yeah,
beautiful. I've never
it
been.
is. Chioggia is amazing. I have been once.
So here, Raffaele says, my town is mare del Salerno, and there are mostly
Hmm.
narrow
Narrow
streets.
streets, yes.
Mostly, Raffaele.
Oh, look at Victoria. I love what you wrote. Look at this one. This says, um, wait, it's coming. Um, and in Bologna, we're going to say
Hmm.
there is a ring road
Yeah,
around the city center.
perfect.
Nice.
Yeah. Um, and we have Victoria who says, oh, sorry, yeah. In my city, in the center, the streets are narrow. Yeah. Okay. Okay. My city is very beautiful. I live in Bologna. It is a magical
Magical,
city.
yeah.
There are the hills,
Oh,
Bolognese. Oh, very beautiful. And Bologna has many parks. I always remember a very old song by, what was the name of the group? And they were singing, Ma fammi bello andare in giro per i
Giro.
corridoi con
I
le
remember that one
teste
too.
schiacciate. Something Luna Pop or something like that. I
Oh,
can't
you know who
remember.
it is? It's Luca Carboni. Yes.
I don't
Luca
remember the
Carboni,
name
I
of
think.
the singer, but the group I think was called Luna
Yes.
Pop, something like that.
Oh, okay. Luna
I
Pop,
remember
yeah. No, so it's not Luca Carboni. Sorry.
Colli Bolognese. I
Oh,
always remember that song from that.
oh, funny.
Okay.
Very nice.
Francesca
Okay,
says, for
next slide.
example, there's a street called Hope in Lord. I think this name means hope in Lord that you can enter in. Wow. Okay. That's funny.
Oh, Cesare Cremonini. Okay, sorry. I stand corrected.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go on to the next question.
This is what Christina was talking about, Jane, when she was talking about circuit.
Oh, oh,
Way.
Christina, nicely done.
Yeah. Okay. So you can only go like you can't go back. So you have to go
Th-
around in a circle to go back to where you came from, right?
Thank you very much, Christina. Well said, and thank you for clearing up that difficulty I had.
Okay. So what about water source where you're from, Jane? What is the most important water source?
You
Yeah.
know,
Do you have any?
I have no idea. No, well, there's lots of lakes where
Okay.
I come from. Many, 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 many lakes.
So definitely
So
fresh.
I guess, yeah, fresh. Absolutely. I'm in the middle of the state. There is no sea near us. So, in the summer, for example, everybody goes to the lake. Nobody
Yeah.
goes to the seaside.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, they would be lakes. Yep.
Okay. So students, please answer
How
if.
about Florence?
Um,
Joel, how about Florence? I actually asked some of my students this question for Florence, the most important source of water. And I was surprised because I thought it was the lake where you used to live. I thought it was Bilancino, and it's not.
no, it's the river, the
It's a
Arno.
river. Yeah, from
Yeah.
the mountain, from going towards Arezzo.
Yeah. So the river Arno, which is fresh water, is definitely the most important source of water. It's directly in the city. Yeah. And then we have Bilancino, which is nearby, which is still fresh water. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about in Vietri sul Mare? What was he? What did you say?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Near Salerno.
Yeah. What is your most important source of water? Massimiliano. I think it was Massimiliano. No, Raffaele. Raffaele. So I imagine with the name Vietri sul Mare that your most important source of water is the sea. Okay. And the Chioggia is also right.
Yeah, it's right on the sea, Chioggia. It's
What
like
about
just little mini Venice.
what about
Amazing.
Bologna? Is there a river in Bologna?
I don't know.
I think so.
I
Don't
don't think
remember.
so either. I
So
think their source of water comes from the mountains, I think.
I have no
No?
idea what the source is. I really don't. Maybe it's a lake. I don't know. Nearby. Okay. Do you want to read number three?
Sure. What is the geography of your oh, sorry, I hit something. What is the geography of your city hometown? Any mountains, valleys, or cliffs? Anything else?
All right.
Okay.
So you mentioned you have a lot of cliffs and lakes where you are, where you're from.
Yeah, okay, so there's lots and lots of lakes. There's lakes everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And there are actually about 2.5 hours drive are the Adirondack Mountains.
Okay.
But I don't think that's
But it's not
right
really
where
close.
I shouldn't say that. It's in the state. Um,
Are there any
yeah, I
hills
think
where you're from?
hills. Yeah, there's hills.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Same in
Not,
London. In London, we
yeah.
have a few hills, um, but that's it. And we have a river. But we don't have valleys or cliffs or mountains. We've just got the river and a few hills. That's the geography of where we're from, where I'm
Yeah.
from. Ah, River Reno. I can't remember. Is Victoria from Bologna? No. Paola is from Bologna. Victoria. Ah, in Bologna as well.
Oh, good. There's a river then, Reno. Is that the source though in Bologna? Is that the source of your fresh water?
It must be the River Reno. That's what she says. Yeah. And she says
Okay.
there are hills and plains. Plains,
Plains.
maybe?
You need,
Plains.
yes, but you need to, if the spelling is a little bit off on that.
So this is the spelling.
Yeah. And
Plains.
we say plains.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yes, Rafael says the most important source of water is the sea where he's from. It's most important to see it's the salt water. Mm,
Mm.
it's very important to see the sea. Maybe that's what he wants to say.
The thing that I don't understand about this question is you're talking about the source of water. And for me, when we talk about sources of water, it would be drinking water and it would be what the people use. And so you can't really consider salt water, but that's just the way I
Well,
read that. I don't know. What do you think?
no, I interpret it as what kind of like main what water is there around where you live. So
Okay. All right.
people who live on the coast, obviously they live. Many people's livelihoods come from the sea. They go fishing. There's a
Okay.
there's the sea nearby,
All right. I
but
can see
they
that.
may not have a river, for example. But other people don't have the sea nearby and they have a river. And
Okay.
obviously, once upon a time, that was their source of drinking water. Obviously, today, none of us drink water from our rivers because they're too polluted. But the main water that you can find, the body of water that you can find in your immediate vicinity is a river or a lake or
Yeah. Okay.
uh,
Okay. So Christina says,
you have the
in
Tevere.
Rome, we have a river, Tevere, and 7 hills,
Yeah,
one island called Isola Tiburina, under the bridge Fabricio.
yeah. Or is it
Nice.
Fabricio? Fabricio.
Fabricio.
I don't know.
Fabricio. Okay.
Do you know how to say Tevere in English, Christina? So the Tevere in English is the river Tiber, the Tiber River. We have a name for it. Yeah,
Tiber River.
yeah.
Okay. And then I have also in
In
Bologna, I think misspelling that, there is a street that we open a little window and we look a river. Okay, so Bologna, there's a street where we can see a small river.
yeah,
It is a small. I don't know
Venice.
what that means. There is a little short foreshortening.
I don't know what that
I
means. I
don't
don't know.
kind of, I
It
don't
doesn't
either.
mean anything in English.
Okay.
Okay, but yes, you can see the
Yeah.
river from a specific street in Bologna. Okay. Georgia is an island. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you had already brought that up, Jane.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Let me try to.
Georgia is
Okay.
an island in the lagoon. There aren't mountains or cliffs. Instead, there is one of the most long, not the most, because this is a short adjective, so just longest. One of the longest
The longest beaches. Yeah.
beaches in all
Sorry.
Italy. 7 kilometers of wide beach. Wow. Is
Yeah.
that where there is
Wow.
like Sabbiadoro, Lignate Sabbiadoro or something like that? That's a very
Are you
famous rock.
thinking of like Jesole? Jesole? Or no, that's farther north, I think. No, Jesolo.
Okay.
I'm thinking of.
In
No.
my town there is the sea, not a sea, but the sea specific.
Hmm.
There is a little river, I think that was a typo, and there is a little mountain. Only one mountain, or there are mountains. I think
Yeah.
probably there are mountains.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Victoria says it's not a river, but a canal that she can see from her window.
Okay, so let's go ahead. A few minutes left, and we can go ahead and take a look, review some adjectives that we used today.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so why don't we take a look at these real quick? We've got wide, and the
Mm-hmm.
opposite of wide is narrow.
Mhm.
We have deep. The opposite of that is shallow. And high and low.
Mhm.
And then we can go ahead and, oh, Joelle, you want to read these different geographic locations?
Yes. So we have a valley, a river, a desert, an island, a canyon, a lake, mountains, and cliffs.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. It was a great little lesson, and thank you for typing in. We really appreciate it when you interact with us.
Thank you for
So it
joining
was
us and have a great
thank you so
Friday and a
much.
great weekend. Bye,
Yay! Be
everyone.
safe, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye. All right, Joelle.